is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not...
Oklahoma Sports Network, this is Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell. We are in Jones High School tonight, Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium, where the Jones Longhorns are hosting the Little Axe Indians in the first round of the Class 2A1 Oklahoma State football playoffs.
Yeah, this will be an exciting game. It's been a while since Jones has faced off against Little Axe, so I want to say maybe around 8 years or so. It's been a long time since they faced off, so this should be a really fun game and maybe bring back a little bit of an old rivalry here in Jones.
And you know, it's one of those schools that's not very far away, so it easily could be a rivalry with the schools being similar size. Jones, a program that has great football tradition, great athletics tradition, period, not just football, but has been a strong program in football. Little Axe, more often down than up, but they have their occasional years, right?
Yeah, and they used to have a great softball program. My dad used to coach out at Little Axe. I spent a lot of time out there at Little Axe hanging around the town and that school and some of those kids in the community. So they've seen some success in other sports, but I'm really, honestly, it's great to see them come into the playoffs and be able to make the playoffs this year. But I'm thinking Jones may have the upper hand in this one tonight.
And they should. And when you look at the bracket, Jones is the number 1 seed from their district. Little Axe is the number 4 seed from their district. You rarely, not saying never, rarely have an upset of a 4th district seed over a district champion. Yeah, and Jones, one of the top teams in the state, a definite contender for the state championship. Many of the high school football experts around the state expect to see Jones versus Washington in the state championship this year. They have to go through 3 more games to get there, though.
Yes, and there's some other contenders. You know, there's some great teams to play into a ball. And one thing I think you never know, especially into a ball, is there's so much heart that goes into it. There's matchups you don't expect to see where someone can surprise you. So as much as, or as many people that would expect to see maybe Washington and Jones there in the end, you never know what could happen along the way.
Absolutely. I do want to do a public service announcement here. OSSAA has asked that we do this tonight in the 88 first-round playoff games across our state. Now, when we say 88 games, that includes the 8-man level, Class C, B1, B2, up through 6A1. 482 member schools of Oklahoma Secondary Schools Activity Association, along with the OSSAA Board of Directors and staff. They pause to recognize and thank those men and women in our great state and across this country who served in the armed forces. This date, established by President Woodrow Wilson in 1919, was set aside to honor those veterans of the First World War and has been extended to honor all who have served. And so we take a moment to recognize all veterans for their service. That will be also will be done here in the stadium tonight. Right around the national anthem and the raising of the flag. Nice. So, as far as Jones Longhorns, they come into this game with a record of 10-0, whereas Little Axe comes into it with a record of 5-5 on the season. They're at 500 and got into the playoffs as the 4 seed from their district. The Longhorns, go ahead and ask me again, Cass. Yeah, you can pull that up. Thank you very much. We actually have the bracket here that we can share with you.
Yeah, Cass.
Yeah, because Cass, our producer, Cassandra Taylor, is on top of it tonight. So the Jones Longhorns, the number 1 seed in their district, the way it plays out because they are in District 1, are sitting in the top position of the bracket. It looks like they're the top seed. They are one of the 4 district champions, along with the Washington Warriors, the Kingston Redskins, and the Metro Christian Patriots. Metro Christian had a huge game last week against the Sequoia Tahlequah Indians, won that one by 9 points, 27-18 was the final score, so a close, hard-fought game there. Sequoia Tahlequah is the potential second-round matchup for the Jones Longhorns.
Yes, and it's been a while since that matchup as well. I believe maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Again, it's been a while, but they played each other in the 3rd round before they went to go play John Marshall. It was the year after the state championship. So it's been a while since that matchup has happened, but it'll be a great game if it gets to that.
Now, assuming that Jones and Sequoia Tahlequah will face off against each other, Jones has a great following, great fans. Sequoia Tahlequah has a fan base with a convoy of charter buses that go to away games. It's a pretty remarkable thing to watch, and the noise they make in the stands can flip a home field advantage.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, and we had to drive I was a trainer, so I was on the bus, and that was a long bus ride, let me tell you, out to Sequoia Tahlequah. And I remember being in that stadium and in those stands, and even on our side, the visitor side, it was so loud in that stadium. I was just thinking to myself, man, this could turn the game upside down. I don't know how this is going to go. Jones ended up winning that game, but it does make you a little bit nervous to hear all that noise and know that there's so many fans not necessarily rooting against you, but rooting for the other team. That could kind of throw you off a little bit.
They do a great job of rooting for their team,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And it's organized cheering, it's focused cheering, and it's positive for their team. It's a pretty amazing thing to witness. If they take care of business this week and Jones takes care of business this week, then those two teams will be facing off, but it will be here at Jones, as Jones is the district champion and will get to host in that second round. That could be an exciting environment here at Jones next week. I apologize if I am breathing a little hard and out of breath. I had to take a run a minute ago, folks, and I'm still trying to catch my breath quite a few minutes later, so I apologize for that. But let's go ahead and flip over, just talk about a couple other things. I do want to make mention as we have our countdown to kick off, you see the logo up on the screen for Bank First. Bank First in Oklahoma offers valuable banking solutions, including checking accounts, savings accounts, commercial loans, treasury services, and much more. Bank online with their mobile app. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you. Located at 9285 North Hiwassee Road in Jones, member FDIC. So we look at the next bracket there on the list, the 6A1 bracket. Go ahead and talk about the biggest class in the state. Oklahoma boasts a team that is ranked by some of the high school ranking organizations out there as the number 1 team in the nation, the Bixby Spartans, and others, they're in that top 2 or 3 though, and they have just continued to roll on through their district, now sitting with a bye at the top of that 6A1 bracket. But they've got a few teams out there that could challenge them, and one of those teams is Mustang. Mustang gave them a pretty good game for about 3 quarters just a couple of weeks ago. So Mustang sitting in that bracket as well, and would potentially meet up with them again before the state championship. So we have to keep an eye on that. The Jinx Trojans have been a powerhouse in 6A football in the state of Oklahoma for many, many years. Jinx sitting on the bottom half of that bracket could end up meeting Bixby in the state championship as well. Over on 6A2, a bracket that many of our fans from this area might be interested in, it includes the Choctaw Yellow Jackets. 6A2 is headlined by the Stillwater Pioneers, who eked out a district championship despite losing to Piedmont late in the season. They ended up earning the district championship based on points and the way that those brackets played out. Choctaw taking on Putnam City North tonight. If the Choctaw Yellow Jackets win that game, then they will advance to take on the Sapulpa Chieftains, and Sapulpa's a team that looked really good throughout the season this year as well. Let's go ahead and move over to 5A, Cass. In 5A, we have to talk about another local team, the Carl Albert Titans.
Yes, always have to talk about them. That's some of the most fun football I've watched and gotten to be a part of was sidelining for Carl Albert the past couple of years.
The Carl Albert Titans, again, right here in Midwest City, they are on, and I hope I don't have this wrong now, I believe a 49-game winning streak. It could have extended to 50 last week, and I may have that count wrong, but they are on a tremendous winning streak, looking to repeat again as the state champions. They have gone undefeated through their regular season. They did have a tough game with Guthrie in Week 9. Was expecting a tougher game in Week 10 when they had to travel out to Altus, but they took care of business pretty quickly in that game. Guthrie's on the bottom half. Guthrie is on the top half of that bracket, and they could end up meeting Guthrie again in the semifinals. If Guthrie were to win out, that could be a tremendous semifinal game. Other teams to watch in 5A, we've already mentioned Altus, but Pryor is the team that has rolled on through their regular season, defeating Del City in Week 10 to win their district. Pryor's a team to keep an eye on in 5A as well. Let's look at the 4A bracket, Cass. 4A's headlined by the team that won the state championship last year, Elgin, and Tuttle. Tuttle, a team that's always in the mix, whatever class they happen to be playing in. And in my rankings, I actually have Tuttle ranked ahead of Elgin this year. There's a lot of people who have questioned me on that since Elgin is the defending champ and has not lost a game. But as I look at common opponents and how Tuttle's played, just feel like they really are dominating right now.
Yes, and I've been to a couple Elgin games, and I feel like they really do play their best at home. The Elgin home advantage is unlike any other I've ever seen. I'll never forget, it was a Midwest City playing Elgin game maybe 3 years ago, and I was on the sideline, and I could not even hear a single thought I had because Elgin's crew was just so outstanding in that home field advantage. So I think as they lose that home field advantage, as they go into playoffs and things, they lose some of their edge in games, so it wouldn't shock me if, yes, Tuttle was ahead of Elgin in rankings.
Now, a couple other teams, or let's just actually talk about a mix-up that happened this past week. Clinton had Douglas in the Week 10 game and had won that game. Down toward the last few minutes of the game, had a huge lead. Clinton was looking at being the 2 seed in their district behind Elgin and had a little mix-up with substitution and had a young man that came in to attempt an extra point off the bench, had not been in the game the entire game, and it turned out that young man was ineligible. As a result of that, it was, as I understand it, Clinton administration that realized what had happened, and they self-reported to OSSAA, and it resulted in a forfeit of the game, which dropped Clinton from the 2 seed in their district and hosting a playoff game to the 4th seat in their district and having to go to Tuttle round 1.
Ugh. What a bad draw. That's a tough one. Tough flip-flop there.
So, the message to coaches there is, one,
Don't
you got to
mess
be
up.
aware of your players' eligibility and don't think that even an extra point attempt at the end of a game that you have well in hand
Or
is
you'll be punished in the worst way possible, a trip to Tuttle to see how that plays out. No thanks. I'm good. No, thank you.
Class 3A in the playoff bracket for Class 3A. Your huge favorite in 3A to repeat as the state champion would be Lincoln Christian. Lincoln Christian's undefeated this year. They are just rolling, and they have rolled over some larger schools. Interestingly enough, Shiloh Christian, the top team in 6A in Arkansas, came over and beat Bethany earlier in the year, 72-0, I think it was. They went to Lincoln Christian and got beat by about 30 by Lincoln Christian. So that just tells you a little bit about Lincoln Christian. But Lincoln Christian was in a battle last year for the state championship against the Sulphur Bulldogs. Sulphur's rode through their district. They got the win over Washington. That's Washington's lone loss. And so in Class 3A, we might highly expect a rematch between Lincoln Christian and Sulphur, but of course the games have to be played and they have to get there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and Lincoln Christian's a team that Jones knows well across the state, and they've had a lot of success. So, as you said, they roll with a lot of momentum too. They don't see many, valleys within their season typically within their team. So I'm sure they're going to pull it off this year and go really far.
So down in 2A2, we've already talked about 2A1 with Jones. We're going to drop on down to 2A2. Look at that one. 2A2, you might say the favorites in that class are Vian. Also in that class you have Davis, who lost a game in district play to the Dibble Demons. Dibble then lost to Holdenville, and Davis come back and beat Holdenville late in the season. And so Davis ended up winning the district on district points. But I'd have to put Davis as the favorite out of those three to be a contender in the class. There's a couple other teams that could be competing in there, but for the most part, you're looking at Vian, Davis. Stroud's pretty dominant, and then those other teams from that district, along with Adair. I can't forget the Adair Warriors.
Yes, and of course teams like Davis have a lot of playoff history, have championship history. So I think that changes things too, because in my eyes, playoff football is so different from regular season football. There's that X factor to it in a way where your team has to be able to keep composure throughout the playoffs. So Davis has that experience, which may give them an edge over other teams.
I think the culture of what happens during the week in practice in the postseason when the holidays are starting to happen and things like that has a huge impact. So when you're a school and a program that's used to playing late, you have a culture of expectation of practicing hard on through those cold weather and holiday seasons as well.
Mm-hmm. And you have the ability to keep your kids from checking out. It's easy, as a high schooler to check out at this point. It's been a long season. You've been going since just before August, and you've been working out since June, since school's out. So it'd be easy to let it go by now, but those schools who have that playoff history are able to keep it rolling and keep the momentum because that's what they're used to. And that really does make a difference with how teams perform in playoff season.
Now, you sound like you see this with some experience and knowledge, Tessa.
Or something, kind of, somewhat. There have been more Thanksgivings where football practice happens first in the Durrell house than there have been family Thanksgiving dinners. So that's the way we like it, though.
So before we started the stream, you and I were talking about that, and households that have a talented, good coach in them, which obviously includes your household and your dad as a coach. Mm-hmm. I had not really considered the year-to-year impact of football season on a family when the coach is involved in the playoffs, deep in the playoffs every year.
Yeah, and it's something we're used to, and one of the greatest prides in my life is being a coach's kid. So I love No Thanksgiving. It means good things are happening for the football team.
Well, that is a great way to look at it. Glad you pointed that out. Something that I'm sure many of our fans have not thought about. It's one thing for a fan to commit to showing up on a Friday night after Thanksgiving. It's another thing for the whole coach's family and players to commit to being on the field and at practice and watching film and all those things throughout that whole week.
Oh, yeah. Usually Thursday night we'd go eat out at a restaurant, go to Bass Pro, go watch a movie, and then we got to be back in time for my dad to watch some last-minute film. So, but that's the way we liked it. So. All
right. Well, that's history to know. Thank you for sharing that with us. So let's go ahead and pull the rankings up over there if you would. Yep. And our rankings didn't change a lot in Class 2A1 this week. I still have Jones sitting at the top spot of the rankings, followed by Washington. I did move Metro Christian up to the third spot after they beat Sequoia Tahlequah. Yep. Marlow, Kingston, Oklahoma Christian, Sequoia Tahlequah, Kiefer all rounding that out. And then it falls off. I actually moved Chandler up. Chandler's been kind of an up-and-down team all season. Moved them up to the 9th spot. Lindsay in that 10th spot. And I think that kind of rounds out our top 10 in Class 2A1. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, hear from our sponsors here, and we'll come back, continue our countdown to kickoff with Bank First as we get closer and closer to kicking off this first-round playoff game on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell back at Jones High School for round one.
Yeah.
High school playoffs 2025.
It's a fun time. Playoffs, I was talking in the car on my way here. This is my favorite time to be in Oklahoma, as during high school football playoff time. So the excitement around it, knowing that, if you don't win, it's over. Some of the high stakes that come along with playoff football. It's just a great time to be a part of it, and especially being in the stadium, getting to call the games. There's a very special vibe and feeling within the stadium here.
All right, so we're getting ready for a coin toss here in just a moment as well. The team captains are getting ready to come out on the field. The Longhorns carrying the flag. It looks like they are recognizing different members and branches of the military with the flag that they are carrying out to midfield tonight. And of course, this is the week of Veterans Day, when Oklahoma Secondary School Activities Association honors the our veterans as well. And we're trying to get the Bell Bonds by Tamara logo up on the screen, and for some reason it has changed. Not sure exactly what it is that's caused it to change, but we're going to see if we can fix it real quickly here.
Technology, man.
It is awfully odd what happens with it.
I'm telling you, when I go visit schools and I have a PowerPoint I go and take with me and things, the amount of time it takes me to set that thing up varies each day, but there are some days technology wins, and I'm at zero. They get the point and I don't, because it takes me forever to set up.
Well, we'll get the Bell Bonds by Tamara logo up there in the upper right part of the screen for the coin toss. If you've missed the ball on paying a ticket, call Bell Bonds by Tamara at 405-200-5110. 15-plus years of serving the community. Bell Bonds by Tamara. The officials are having their discussion with team captains out on the field right now. Who are our team captains for Jones?
We've got number 12, Luke DeBusk. Number 7 maybe?
I believe so.
Carlos Hardiman. Number 1, Ace Hansen, of course. We got Ace and Hansen up there. And then maybe number 56, Jack Mendoza.
Jack Mendoza, we need to talk about him a little bit for his play last week. Interesting development with the coin toss. Again, the coin flip brought to you by Bell Bonds by Tamara. Little Axe won the toss, and they elected to receive the opening kick. That doesn't happen very often by the underdog.
No, maybe they're feeling good. Maybe they're feeling spicy about it, thinking they can go do something with it.
That's an interesting decision by the Little Axe coach. Who's our head coach for Little Axe tonight?
The head coach is Cameron Gregory. Then the assistant coaches are Terry Gregory, Chaz Ryden, maybe, Cody Hasty, Justin Chandler, and Carter Thomas.
So they made the call to take the ball first here at the start of the ball game. Again, we are in our countdown to kickoff. That brought to you by Bank First in Oklahoma, where Bank First offers valuable banking solutions, including checking accounts, savings accounts, commercial loans, treasury services, and much more. Bank online with their mobile app. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you. 9285 North Hiwassee Road in Jones, member FDIC. Just about a minute and a half left on the clock here before the teams. We got spirit lines for both teams now. Both teams have inflatable tunnels to run through. Yeah. You don't often see that with a visiting team, but they brought it with them tonight.
I'm impressed. I don't know that they definitely didn't have that inflatable when my dad was there. But that's a pretty impressive one to bring on the road.
Now, Jones wearing all green uniforms tonight with black numbers. And just warning you, if you're in our audience tonight, we struggle just a little bit to read the black numbers on the green uniforms out there on the field. So there might be occasion where we just can't tell what the number is in a shadow or get the number wrong. 8s and 6s look a lot alike, things like that. So I just give you that caveat tonight.
Didn't eat enough carrots.
Little Axe in white uniforms, the blue numbers, blue helmets for them tonight, and you'll see that on the screen. Jones huddled up with Coach Witt now and other coaches out here as they get ready for the opening kickoff. Again, that opening kickoff brought to you by Bank First, and we appreciate them being with us. Your first quarter tonight is brought to you by Elemental Insulation, proudly serving Oklahoma with trusted residential and commercial insulation services. You can find them on Facebook or call 405-655-0373. Elemental Insulation. And I'm excited tonight. I'm going to go ahead and make mention. We have some new sponsors that have joined us for the playoffs, and I really appreciate them coming on board with us. Those include the Longhorn Cafe in Jones, as well as Jorge's Mexican Kitchen in Jones. We also have Jones Family Care joining us tonight, and Hotella Construction joining us tonight as well. And I want to welcome those new sponsors and encourage you, as you have opportunity, do business with them and let them know when you go in that you heard their ad on the Oklahoma Sports Network and appreciate them helping us bring Jones football to you. We've got basketball season coming up. We'd like to be able to do that. We have to have a way to pay for it. It does cost. And so those sponsors help make that happen. And we do it for you, the listener, the viewer, here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So I appreciate you being part of our audience tonight.
And those places are good. You ever been to Jorge's?
I had dinner tonight at the Longhorn Cafe.
Let me tell you. See, that wasn't around when I was in high school. So this is a fun addition to come back and visit them. And then Jorge's, I always ate there after or before basketball games before I had to go be a trainer. So.
All right, opening kick time, 12 minutes on the clock. Flags are at half-staff, if you haven't noticed that this week, in honor of Dick Cheney, Vice President Dick Cheney, who passed away last week. Those flags should be coming back to full staff this evening, tomorrow morning. Opening kick taken at the 15-yard line, dropped and picked up, and taken down at the 22. Making the tackle out there. Is that Jose Taylor that made the tackle? As Cass smiles, knowing her brother is the one who made the tackle.
See, you have to have one of the coolest perspectives of sibling watching situation. I watched as a trainer. I watched my brother play, but your spot may be a little warmer in the cold and a little chillier in the heat. I'm a little jealous.
First and 10 for the Little Axe Indians do we have a penalty on them? I didn't see the flag.
I didn't see it. I don't think so.
They are marking it off. I'm guessing it was a hold or a block in the back. I didn't see the signal until I saw him point the other way, and that's going to back Little Axe way up.
Man.
They are inside the 10 all the way down to the 9-yard line.
It's a tough start.
We'll say the 10. The nose of the ball is right on the 10.
Yeah.
90 yards to go for the Little Axe Indians.
Yeah, and that's a tough matchup after deciding to receive, of course, and then for that to happen, a penalty and not get very far, it's a tough starting point.
Well, a couple of mistakes. The return man dropped the ball and then had to pick it back up. Handoff, going out to the right side, got a little bit of yardage, broke one tackle, got across the 15. And that's number 1, Rebel Dorian. What a name, Rebel, right?
Yeah, some kids have some cool names. When my dad coached out there was someone's middle name was the Hulk. He picked that name when he was young, and it's one of my favorite things, Rigo the Hulk.
All right, a gain of 6 on the play gets Little Axe out to the 16-yard line. Shotgun snap. Little swing pass out to the left side. Picked up behind the line of scrimmage. Fighting, battling. Gets close to the line of scrimmage and brought down at the 15, maybe the 6. They may give him – he did get back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 4.
He's one of the seniors we counted off there, Landon Roberts, with that catch for Little Axe. That's one thing we talked about earlier, for Little Axe to make the playoffs this year. And then it seems as though they have a pretty young roster coming up. They may see some more success as the years roll on.
Yeah, junior running back, senior catching a pass there. 3rd and 4 now for Little Axe. Shotgun snap, handoff. That's going nowhere. A loss of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down and long for Little Axe inside their own 15. expect to see the punter come on, and they are lining up in a punt formation. Can you see the punter's number from there, Tessa?
No.
Weird angle.
Tough. The blue is worse than the black. Not even arguably, it just is. I can't tell.
It is blending in with the white worse than I thought it would. Not a great kick. That one's going to be taken, touched, scramble. Whose ball is it?
no.
Little Axe says they have it. And that was a mistake by the Jones return man. There's a flag on the play, though. We're going to have to wait for a signal to see exactly what the call is on the field here. It looks like the Jones defense is staying on the field, so they expect it to be Little Axe ball.
That's a late flag.
This is going to be fun.
That's late.
Ooh.
Now, they signal
That's a late freaking ball.
they signaled the penalty on Little Axe, so it's going to be, I'm not sure what the penalty is, but it's going to be Jones' ball, and it's backing it or advancing it way on into Little Axe territory.
Yeah,
He had room to catch that. That's BS.
We can hear the Little Axe coach in the
I'm
booth
sure they
next to
can
us.
too. They
He
might
does
be
not
able
like
to
the
as-
call, right?
Yeah, they may be able to as well.
So it's a 1st and 10 for Jones at the Little Axe 24-yard line with 9 minutes and 50 seconds to play. In the first quarter, Jones gets their first possession. Handoff up the middle. Flag comes in late from the backfield as well as the defensive backfield.
Not sure what that's going to be.
There's a 4-yard gain on the play. We'll see what the penalty call is.
No.
Personal foul, face
Face
mask
mask.
against Little Axe. And that's going to be a first down
Yikes.
for Jones.
Yeah.
Marked off from the spot of the foul. So was John Quay was the running back then?
I think so.
So he had a 4-yard gain, and the penalty
I
is
feel
going to.
useless. I can't tell these blue numbers or these black numbers. I'm like lost up here.
It ended up being a half the distance to the goal line, so it was a 10-yard penalty. John Quay takes the handoff. He's met in the backfield. A helmet comes off a Little Axe player, and John Quay's dropped for a loss.
That's a Jones helmet.
Oh, it's a Jones
There's
helmet.
Jack Mendoza's helmet right there.
So we didn't talk about that play. Well, let's go ahead and make mention of that. When we interviewed Coach Witt this week, there was a play last week where Jones got the ball deep into Blackwell territory. They run a little hook and lateral down near the goal line, pitched it to Jack Mendoza, the senior, who got to come around and score the touchdown.
That was probably my favorite thing to get to ask my dad. I said, what was his reaction when you draw that up on the board and he knows he's going to get to score? And my dad said he was pretty nervous about it and let him practice before the game. So I was excited to get to see that play and, of course, know that Jack got his time to shine there.
So was that was a 5-yard loss on the play, wasn't it?
Was.
So it is first and goal, or maybe not a 5, maybe a 2-yard loss. Now a handoff, John Quay running, he's in the end zone, touchdown, Jones. I thought that had backed up further than it had, but it looked like they were actually at the 13-yard line. I was looking for the yard marker on the far side of the field, but it should be laying on the ground right now.
Yeah. I will say Little Axe got off the snap pretty fast with their defensive front. Number 18, David Hensley, he's a junior for Little Axe. He was quick off that snap and put a lot of pressure on Ace there as he made the handoff. So that could be maybe an issue for Jones in the future.
Hansen looking for somewhere to pass it on the extra point attempt. Finally throws it in incomplete on the conversion, and it is 6-0 with 8:45 left to play in the first quarter here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett tested a rail back at Jones High School. The Jones Longhorns just converted on their first possession of the game. They got the ball deep in Little Axe territory at the 24-yard line. Ran 3 plays. A couple of runs by Jonquay Johnson, capped off the 13-yard touchdown run by Jonquay. Took a minute and 5 seconds off the clock. The extra point attempt was an incomplete pass. The score is 6-0. And your drive summary brought to you by Jones Nutrition, located on Hiwassee Road, where you can energize and fuel your day.
Yes.
And they are located right here in the stadium tonight as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. They may be here tonight. I'm not sure if they made
Well, they
it
were
out.
last
They
week.
were last week. So if they're not here today, go tomorrow.
All right, 8:37 on the clock here in the first quarter. Little Axe with their second possession of the ball game after Jones took them to 3 and out their first time up. It's a 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for Jones. For Little Axe. Handoff right up the middle, 1-yard gain on the play. Little Axe had a total of 4 yards on their first possession, 5 yards in 4 plays now.
I'm trying to see how many coaches they have out there. That's one thing Jones is blessed with. They have a vast coaching staff.
Well, we
of
named the coaching
volunteers.
staff listed for Little Axe, but that's a long list to go through for Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of volunteer coaches, you pointed out. These are not all paid coaches on staff. A little swing pass out to the right. Gain, we'll call it a gain of 6 on the play, is going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 for Little Axe, and that pass was complete to number 15. That is Esteban Calderon.
I got distracted. These footballs they throw into the stands.
I thought it was a flag going up.
I know. So I sound cranky.
It's not
I
yellow,
don't
but
like
it
those
just
footballs. They look like flags.
shotgun snap, handoff up the middle, got the first down, bounces to the outside, still on his feet, pushed out inside the 35-yard line, almost to the 30 of Jones.
That was Rebel again.
So that was all the way down to the 32. We'll call that a 21-yard carry by Rebel Dorian. Nice run.
Yeah. He's just
Shotgun
a junior.
snap, empty backfield, little quarterback draw play that picks up short yardage, 2 yards on the play.
You know, he'll have another year there at Little Axe, and he's pretty explosive, and he seems like he could be a really big playmaker for Little Axe. So next year, I'm sure with the experience he's gained this year, he'll be ready to see some success.
Loudon Gregory, the quarterback on that carry. Single back set, twins on each side of the field. Handoff again to Dorian, and he stopped for a short gain. Brings up a 3rd down and 6 after gaining 2 on the carry.
This game feels slow moving as compared to last week.
I agree with you. It felt like on one hand, it felt like when Jones got the ball, more time had come off the clock in 3 plays than I expected. But now I look at the clock, and we're still 6 minutes left to play in the first, and 3rd possession of the game down the field already. Gregory looks to throw it, nothing there, runs to the right, then airs this one out of bounds over the head of his receiver. He's taken down after releasing the ball by Jesse Hernandez Jr. 5:53 on the clock, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 6 for Little Axe. Little Axe going for it inside the 30-yard line of Jones. Big play for the Little Axe offense
brave.
here.
Some brave people on that sideline.
Gregory and shotgun. It is a packed, kind of an end-around type play there, and Jones' defense has that one sniffed out. No problem at all. jumping up, doing a great job with that one. And I thought that was Dorian Wiley, but is it number 22? Is that Ben Williams? There may be a change to numbers tonight. Let me make sure there's not a change there.
That was Ben Williams.
That was Ben
Cass
Williams?
says.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Cass knows the players really well. Ben Williams making that stop, doing a great job getting into the backfield, sniffing that one out, turning the ball over on downs, and Jones will take possession now of the ball at their own 34-yard line with 5:46 left to play on the clock here in the first quarter. Pass complete. Carlos Hardiman takes it, gets about 10 yards. He gets right at the sticks. Is it a first down? It is a first down.
They're moving them. They're moving.
Asen Hansen, long pass down the field and caught. Oh, my goodness. Carlos Hardiman has a defender all over him. The pass was just a little short. Hardiman slowed down, caught the ball between himself and the defender, and goes in for the touchdown.
He's celebrating big, and he deserves to for that catch. I mean, contested and a lot of contact by the defenders, so that was a great catch for Carlos right there.
That makes the score 12-0, 5:11 to play here in the first quarter. And that was just that was a little bit of time being bought by Asen Hansen in the pocket. A pass down the field to what was a wide open man that was short, and that great adjustment by Carlos Hardiman. Jones looking for the 2-point conversion here once again. Hansen, same play it looks like, rolling to his right, looking for something there, under pressure, almost brought down from behind, still dancing, still on his feet, and thought we might have had a block in the back. Caught in the end zone, 2-point conversion is good.
A flag down.
And I thought we might have had a block in the back here, or a potential hold, and I think we're going to get that call.
Yeah. Yeah, Witt's telling him to stay out there. You're going to have to.
Anytime you got a quarterback dancing around, running back and forth like that, there's a great opportunity for a offensive lineman to get out of position with the man he's trying to block. That's going to back it up. And Jones will once again, I believe, attempt the 2-point conversion here. Ball's coming all the way back. Wow. Because of they're going to attempt a point after from the 18-yard line.
It can happen.
It can, absolutely. Hansen in shotgun, Johnson to his left. 2 receivers each side of the field. Hansen drops back, going to the corner with the pass, and through the hands and off the knee of the intended receiver down in the corner. Is a well-thrown ball, though.
Yeah. I'm not sure who that was.
I'm thinking it's Purvis, but I'm not 100% sure.
It was.
Yeah, Hunter Purvis, the intended receiver. So with 5 minutes and 11 seconds to play in the first quarter, Jones scores again. The score is 12-0. We're going to take a break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell. Jones kicks off to Little Axe again after scoring another touchdown. 5:05 on the clock here. It was a flat, kind of a squib kick that bounced off the hands of a Little Axe player and then was taken by Rebel Dorian. He advances it to the 37-yard line, which is where Little Axe will begin this possession. That last drive by Jones, not a lot to share with you, courtesy of Jones Nutrition, who brings you your drive summary. Jones Nutrition, located on Hiwassee Road, where you can energize and fuel your day. It was a 2-play drive by Jones, a 10-yard reception by Carlos Hardiman, followed by a 55-yard touchdown reception by Hardiman. The, again, conversion was no good. 35 seconds off the clock for that drive. And want to thank Jones Nutrition for bringing you that drive summary. Big loss on the play, brought to you by the Jones defense, as Little Axe is brought down for a loss of 6 on the play, back now to the 31-yard line. A 2nd down and 16 for Little Axe at their own 36. 3 receivers on the near side. Got the field spread pretty good now. Gregory in shotgun.
No, airing it out.
Yeah, and nobody there except Jones defenders down the field. All of the receivers stopped. I think we had some miscommunication between what the quarterback was expecting the receivers to do and what they thought they were supposed to do.
Definitely.
All 3 receivers, none of the receivers run a deep route.
No.
That's what's
they
weird.
All settled. They all settled. And they all ran the same thing. Yeah. About the same thing. Don't know where that was supposed to go, but.
It didn't look like any of them were really looking for the ball.
No, I'm
I
no
just,
offensive
there's a lot
genius,
of confusion on
but
that
I'm
play.
the daughter of one, and I say that didn't add up.
Yeah, interesting formation for Little Axe here. Gregory stuffs it. He is going. Ball's loose and recovered by the Jones Longhorns. There's turnover number 1. Unless you want to count turning it over on downs.
No.
We don't count that.
No.
Okay. 4:11 left to play in the first quarter. We need a turnover sponsor. They wouldn't get much air, though, because those only happen a couple times a game sometimes, right?
Sometimes.
Jones will take over at the Little Axe 30-yard line with 4:11 on the clock, leading 12-0. Go ahead and bring you some other scores from 2A1 around the state. Oklahoma Christian leading Lindsay 7-0 in the first quarter. Chandler leading Kiefer 7-0. Metro Christian leading Hugo 7-0. Chisholm leading Washington 6-0. 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Way.
Mount St. Mary leading Marlowe 6-0.
Ace on the run.
Ace.
Oh, he's going to score.
Hanson into the
He
end
scores.
zone. Touchdown.
No way.
30-yard run by Asen Hanson.
Man, Chisholm being up, that's crazy.
And Mount St. Mary's up on Marlowe.
Yeah.
Both of those
Not going to lie.
And those are late in the first quarter.
I like the look of those.
I do as well.
I'm just going to be honest.
Makes Jones' position look a little stronger, doesn't it?
I'll be visiting Marlowe soon as Miss Oklahoma, not as Tessa the color commentator. But
Miss Oklahoma, we haven't talked about the Miss Oklahoma busyness that you have lately.
I've seen a lot of towns I didn't know existed.
John Quay Johnson into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good this time, and the score is 20-0 with 3:58 left to play in the first quarter. We're going to take a break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell back at Jones High School, where the Jones Longhorns have just taken a 20-0 lead over the Little Axe Indians. Flat kick taken by Dorian right in the middle of the field, and he advances it out to the 32-yard line, where Little Axe will begin this possession with 3:52 left to play in the first quarter.
It's been a great game from Jones so far.
So during that break, well, first of all, let's do our Jones Nutrition drive summary. Jones Nutrition, where you can energize and fuel your day, located on Hiawassee Road. That last drive, one play, 13 seconds.
Boom.
Asen Hansen runs 30 yards for the touchdown, and Jonquay Johnson runs it in for the 2-point conversion, puts Jones up 20-0. Thank Jones Nutrition for sponsoring our drive summary. Our first quarter is brought to you by Elemental Insulation. I appreciate Elemental Insulation for being one of our sponsors. Elemental Insulation. Get back to my apologies here. Proudly serving Oklahoma with trusted residential and commercial insulation services. You can find them on Facebook or call 405-655-0373. Elemental Insulation. Loss on the play on first down by Little Axe backs them up inside their 40. We call it a loss of 3. So we were talking about some of those other scores in 2A1, Tessa, and some surprises there. Let's see if we have any updates to those real quick. Wait for the screen to update here, and it's doing it very slowly all of a sudden. We'll get there. Looks like Marlowe has scored and taken the lead over Mount St. Mary 7-6. And Chisholm still leading Washington 6-0. Gain of 4 on the play is going to make it 3rd and 9 for Little Axe. That Chisholm lead over Washington is with 1.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. So this is not like early in the game.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it is early, but it's not like in the first minutes, right?
How long's left in that in Mount St. Mary?
Yeah, that one, they provided a score. They did not provide us a time.
Clock. Got it. And got it.
Sequoia Tahlequah, potential second-round matchup for Jones, leading Bethel 7-0. Wow, what a dive from behind tackle. And who was it on that tackle there? That is, I cannot.
70?
No, I don't think it's 70. Ben Williams. Ben Williams again, I think.
They're at the center.
Ends up being a gain of 3 on the play. And it is a 4th down and 6 for Little Axe on their own side of the field. They're going for it, airing it out down the sideline over. Oh, the receiver, if he had turned around and looked. Oh, my goodness, the pass was just a little bit wide, but all he had to do is take a one-step adjustment, and he'd have had a great pass for a first down the field.
What number is that, kiddo?
I can't tell.
I can't tell. Who's going to tell him we need help seeing these numbers?
Turning it over on downs, it's Jones football now in Little Axe territory at the 46-yard line.
I was curious to see his number because he may be one of those younger kiddos, who, that's Landon Roberts. He's a senior out there, number 2.
1:46 to play in the first quarter. Jones has the ball at the plus 46. Jones has scored on 3 possessions. Averaging less than 25 seconds per drive.
Man.
From the 46, big run for Jones as they get the ball all the way down to the 32-yard line. It's a 14-yard run. Who carried the ball that time?
I'm not going to lie. I looked at the clock.
Jose Taylor in the game. I'm thinking it might have been him. He gets
Yeah.
the call again here. He is just weaving his way through traffic and picks up a difficult 6 yards.
I'm rather entertained listening to beside us. I love to hear the ongoings of coaching.
Backing up, looking down the field, pass complete.
Ooh,
Inside the 20, sidestepping and
Stepped
stepping
out.
out of bounds. Who's the receiver out there on that play?
See, it's too dark.
It is. The numbers are just.
I want to say.
Is that Collier, number 11? Nope, he's
that
over
wasn't
here on
him.
this
He's
side of the
this
field.
sideline. I want to say is that Hunter Purvis out there?
It probably is.
I think it's number 3.
He's not on this side of the
on
field.
that-
It's got to be Hunter Purvis.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's.
And that took the ball down to the 16-yard line. It was a 10-yard gain on the play.
Pardon my yawns. I know everybody can hear my yawns right now. I keep on yawning.
Now a 3-yard carry for Jones.
Okay, Purvis swapping sides. He's on this near side now.
2nd down and 7 for the Longhorns as they are in the red zone. Hansen shows handoff, throws the ball incomplete down into the end zone intended for, can't tell. No angle, and that is Hunter Purvis.
Just a note for everybody. I didn't never notice this, but I was hearing music get played, and Little Axe has a band. Well, way back when Little Axe did not have a band, so that's an advancement they've made over there.
Hansen in trouble. He's going to be,
man.
I gets away from it. I thought he was
way.
taken down.
Oh.
Big block in the backfield. Flag comes in. I don't understand that flag.
I don't either. I disagree with that one, I think.
Unless it's that he was coming back upfield and they considered it a crackback block. That may be the possibility there. We are in the red zone, by the way, folks. I want to thank Hotella Construction. We're going to recognize them as a red zone sponsor tonight. Hotella, Construction reminds you that you are the coach and your house is the team. It's time for you to call a timeout and make adjustments. Your roof provides protection like an offensive line. Your gutters clean up like a good secondary, and your siding, well, your siding should be like a stadium packed with spectators, full of pride and excitement. Whatever your repair or renovation needs, Hotella Construction is locally owned and only a call away at 405-812-4236.
Did you write that one? There you go. Okay. Okay, did ChatGPT write it? No? Okay. That was some poeticness coming through. Poetry.
I get a little creative with words.
Football
I have
poetry.
no visual artistic capabilities when it comes to drawing or building, but I can use words.
That's good. I used to do art back in the day. Back in my heyday at Jones High School, I used to do art.
So the ball's backed up now near the 30-yard line. Carlos Hardiman takes the pass. He's got a lane, gets to the sideline, and end zone, and waiting for a signal.
Yeah.
I never saw a touchdown signal, but the lights are blinking. I don't think a referee ever signaled touchdown.
I don't think so.
They pointed at each other. Neither one signaled it. We're going for a extra point. Touchdown, Jones.
There we go. Okay.
That was kind of odd. Call that a 28-yard touchdown reception at the 5-second mark of the first quarter.
Man.
That drive took a little longer.
Yeah.
It took 1 minute and 41 seconds.
That was long. Oh.
Kashmarenko's kick, I don't know. I don't think anyone got a piece of it. I think it just come off the side of his foot. No
Yep.
good.
Yep. It's okay.
So with 5 seconds left to play in the first quarter, Jones now leads 26-0 over Little Axe, and we're going to take a quick break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell back at Jones High School, where the Jones Longhorns just finished another drive scoring, leading 26-0 with 5 seconds left to play in the first quarter. You got the high, we'll call it pooch kick, lands at the 25, picked up by Little Lac, still moving down the field. Across the 40, a flag comes in. And that's the end of the first quarter on the scoreboard. The penalty would be assessed on the next play at the start of the second quarter. So we're going to go.
Taylor lost his helmet over there.
All right, well, he's headed to the sideline. Break between the quarters anyway. Officials haven't discussed that one. So let's go ahead and take a look at some scores once again, see if we have any interesting updates here.
Interesting developments. Oh, Larry the Longhorn is shorter today, just in case anybody was wondering.
Jones offense huddling up over here on the sideline with the coaches. Excuse me, the Jones defense, not the Jones offense. Kingston leading Sperry 21-0. Oklahoma Christian and Lindsay tied 7-7 in the second quarter. Marlowe now leading Mount St. Mary 14-6. Sequoia Tahlequah leading Bethel 14-0. Here's a shocker for me because I've seen this team play several times this year. Hugo leading Metro Christian 8-7 late in the first quarter.
Hugo's leading Metro.
Chandler leading Kiefer 7-0. And Chisholm, no updates on that one in a while. Chisholm leading Washington the last score update. So
that is crazy to see Hugo up.
Hugo has
Chisholm
tremendous athletes. They've struggled to play together as a team this year. I've had the conversation with some of the coaching staff, and they would confirm that. But they have the athletes. If they can just pull it together, they played really well in Week 10. But playing against a quality opponent like Metro Christian and hanging with them early is still a surprise for me.
Yeah, that's crazy. Considering we just talked about the top teams being Metro and Washington.
Absolutely. Our second quarter sponsor is the Longhorn Cafe, one of our new sponsors, bringing you the second quarter here at Jones Football. Located in Jones, the Longhorn Cafe is a place where the coffee's hot, the plates are full, and everyone is treated like family. The Longhorn Cafe is your veteran-owned hometown stop for friendly service and true home-style country cooking. From breakfast to dinner, everything is made with care the way country cooking should be. Whether you're grabbing your morning favorite or sitting down with friends for a hearty meal, there's always a seat for you at the Longhorn Cafe, serving Jones with a smile, one plate at a time. I ate there today. Lauren waited on me. She was very pleasant. I had a hamburger steak. It was really good. It was fresh food, and that was obvious. There's a difference. It's a noticeable difference. Really appreciate the Longhorn Cafe. And I got a veterans discount when I ate there.
Did you really?
Big run on first down by Little Axe as they start at their own 16-yard line and get it out near the 30. Ball carried by Rebel Dorian.
Now in the summer when my dad would have workouts and before I had moved post-graduation, we'd go to Longhorn Cafe a couple times a week and go grab lunch after their morning workouts.
Looks like they got it to the 25, and they gave them a first down. So we'll say they started at the minus 15, 10-yard carry by Dorian on that play. Jones defense holding them up short this time. DeBusk and a few others in there on the tackle. I can recognize his walk. Some of the other players I still don't have quite figured out yet. I think the player I thought was number 22 earlier, out way on the other side of the field, was actually 42, Jesse Hernandez Jr. And I'm still thinking that Dorian Wiley might be wearing a 22 out there, but maybe not. Now, a little swing pass and hit by one player, breaks free, and then cleaned up by Luke DeBusk. That's not the guy you want hitting you second when you're standing up and off balance.
No, I had a fun conversation with my dad last week about Luke DeBusk and just what he brings to the team offensively and especially defensively, and what kind of edge he gives this Jones Longhorns team. So seeing him get in on plays like that, it's always really fun to watch.
No gain on the – I call it a gain of 1. Brings up a 3rd down and 7 for Little Axe. Gregory in shotgun, 3 receivers on the near side. 1 receiver split wide right out on the far side of the field. And taking their time, play clock just reset, and we're going to delay a game. We do have a delay of game called against Little Axe. As Gregory takes time to tie his shoe. Oh, no. There's an equipment problem with a shoe for maybe Dorian?
I think the Whitecap tied it for him.
I think so.
Oh. I haven't seen that before.
Well, if you're going to call a 5-yard penalty on the guy and the shoe's untied, you might as well tie it for him, right?
Yeah, you might as well help. Might as well.
We're down to 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. It's 26-0. Gregory has a 3rd and 12, airing this one out, and if that's going to be a penalty, it needs to be offensive passing interference. The ball was overthrown. Jones had better position on the ball. And I'm not one to try to say that should be, a homer call. That he was the one in position because the ball was so badly overthrown. And then he was grabbed by the offensive player, I felt. We'll see how they mark this one off. Looks like they're going to mark it off against Jones. That's a little bit of a surprising call to me.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked by that. I mean, I don't really think there was ever really a play on the offensive player. He was just trying to catch the ball, but
yeah, Jones fans don't like the call either. Here's some boos coming from the stands now.
And I haven't heard one of those this year.
That is the first one I've heard since I've come to a Jones football game. And it's not a boo because the game's lopsided and we're, Jones is well in control of this game right now, but just a questionable call. Shotgun snap to Gregory. He stuffs it, and he is stuffed, and a flag comes in from the line judge on the far side of the field. Looks like it's going to be another penalty against Jones. A face mask is the call against Jones. Is that going to be another 15-yarder? Marching Little Axe, no, it's a 5-yard penalty. Okay. But
still, those are things that, later on, if it's Sequoia Tahlequah, if it's Chisholm, if it's Washington, those kind of penalties make a huge difference in the game. And it'd be nice to see Jones really keep it clean and get rid of some of those, especially as they start to head towards playoffs. I talk about it all the time, and as they'll move deeper in playoffs, those aren't just silly little penalties, but they'll make a huge difference in the outcome of the game.
Hand off to Dorian, runs around the right side, finds a little bit of a gap, gets the first down and out of bounds, right short of midfield. Still on, they're going to put the ball right at the 50, it looks like. Boy, I think they walked forward 1.5 yards after they took the ball. The nose of the ball is on the 50-yard line now. That was about a 7-yard run, I think. Gregory giving signals to his team, takes the snap, hands off to Dorian again. Dorian met in the backfield, taken down for a 1-yard loss.
Yep.
So happy to have our new sponsors. Want to remind you again of the Longhorn Cafe in Jones. The Longhorn Cafe is your veteran-owned hometown stop for friendly service and true home-style cooking. Metro Christian has scored, taking the lead over Hugo 14-8. Washington has scored, and it's now 6-6, about 5 minutes to halftime. What a battle with Chisholm. Long pass down the field, incomplete on the 2nd and 11. Lindsay and
traveled far.
Lindsay and Oklahoma Christian still tied 7-7. Marlowe's leading Mount St. Mary 14-6. Chandler still leading Kiefer 7-0. That's just some surprising scores there to me.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Even the ones where the favorite is up, the games are closer than I thought they might have been at this point.
Playoff football.
First round of playoff football has been pretty lopsided off in recent years.
Mm-hmm.
Not seeing any surprises anywhere other than maybe Hennessy leading Dibble into a 2. We have a timeout called on the field with 8:36 left to play in the second quarter. Jones leading 26-0. We'll take a quick break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell back at Jones High School where the Jones Longhorns lead the Little Axe Indians 26-0 with 8:36 left to play in the second quarter. Little Axe has the ball near midfield, 3rd down and 11. Gregory drops back, shotgun snap. He has a little room to run. Is he going to run it? And he slides down. Did he go for the slide or was he just pulled down from behind? It looked like he was sliding to me.
Yeah, it almost looked like he tripped, though.
Maybe he did.
Or just maybe it just was a smooth slide.
There's a 1-yard gain on the play. It makes it a 4th down and 10 at the 50-yard line. Booker T and Del City tied 0-0 in the second quarter, so no surprises with that game. Carl Albert up on Duncan 28-0 in the second quarter. No surprises there. Claremore leading Coweta 21-13. That one's would be an upset in the bracket.
The Zebras, we talked about them earlier.
Absolutely. Oh, big hit, Luke DeBosk, bringing down Gregory in the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
Nightmare fuel.
And once again, Little Axe turns it over on downs. Jones will take over with 7:56 left to play in the second quarter. The ball's going to be at the Little Axe 49-yard line. Starting again in plus territory. Newcastle leading Altus 21-7. Bishop McGuinness leading Guthrie 21-7. That's a surprise.
That is shocking.
Bishop's really good, but Guthrie is as well. And
especially playing Carl Albert that tight. Guthrie playing Carl Albert that tight last week. It's shocking to see them be in such a tight, well, not such a tight game, in such a an upset of a game, I guess, against Bishop McGuinness.
Hanson sidearms one to Drew Thomas to the 42-yard line. That's a 7-yard gain on the play, brings up a 2nd down and 3. Now airing one down the field. Carlos Hardiman gets by his man. He's going all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Jones Longhorns.
Not to make light of our touchdown here. Is that McGuinness game at Bishop McGuinness?
It is.
Okay. I thought so. I drove by there today, and it seemed like they were getting set up for some football.
Yeah, Bishop McGuinness, the second-place team in that district. Norman North leading Mustang. That's a surprise to me. 10-7 in the second quarter. Nothing else in 6A1 to look at, really. Only 4 games taking place in the 2 6A classes tonight.
What's the Choctaw score?
Well, let's see what we can find on that one real quick. What just occurred with the play there? Kick no good? Kick no good. 32-0 is the score. 7:42 left to play. That was a 14-second drive. And we're going to take a break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell back at Jones High School, where the Jones Longhorns now lead 32-0 over the Little Axe Indians. 7:42 left to play in the first half. Drive summary brought to you by Jones Nutrition, where you can energize and fuel your day at Hiawassee Road. That last drive was a 49-yard drive, and we're going to have a penalty, surely. No flag on that. Wow. It was a hit in the back by a Jones player at the end of that play. I was a little surprised there was no flag. That last drive, 2 plays. It was a 7-yard reception by Drew Thomas, followed by a 42-yard touchdown reception where Carlos Hardiman just got behind the defense right down the middle of the field, and Asen Hansen put it right in his arms for the touchdown. The kick was no good. Score 32-0. Thank you, Jones Nutrition, for bringing us that drive summary. Here in the second quarter, brought to you by the Longhorn Cafe, veteran-owned and country cooking. It's good food. Pleasant wait staff, too. They were very, very nice to me. Of course, I didn't walk in like a stranger because I walked in with a Jones Longhorn shirt on, so I looked like a local, right?
You looked like one of us.
7:31 on the clock and ticking on the first down play for Little Axe, I believe, is a short loss. Call it a 1-yard loss on the play. Gregory in the backfield, 3 receivers on the far side, 1 here on the near side. Well, Dorian getting a lot of work in there as a running back tonight. They're really not turning to anyone else. Pass complete on the right side, breaking tackle, still on his feet. Big gain on the play. Is going to bring up 3rd down and manageable for the Indians.
You know, saying he's getting all the snaps there at running back. Like I said, he's going to get a lot of experience here throughout this season, and he gets to return to the Little Axe team next year. So that may help set them up for some success next year in that position.
Call that an 8-yard gain on the reception. I'm not sure who the receiver was that caught that one on the far side of the field. Dorian takes the handoff, finds a little bit of a hole, but just can't get anywhere as that hole collapses. He got into the middle of it.
Man, he's starting to hurt. He's getting hit a ton.
Is he playing defense as well? Have you noticed?
I'm not sure. I have not looked. My roster doesn't have positions either. Yours doesn't either. I would almost imagine so. He's what seems like one of the standout athletes on the team, so I'd imagine he's playing both ways.
I expect so. The Choctaw Yellow Jackets leading Putnam City North 14-0 in the second quarter. Gregory's going to keep it. Dives forward. Now, here's an interesting thing. They're giving him where he ends up being stopped, but he dove and actually went to his knees about a yard short.
That's what.
First down gain on the play, though.
Oh, that's what our players are saying. They're saying that's not right.
Yeah, he went to his knees and then slid forward before he was hit, and they gave him that forward progress on the slide. That, again, I'm looking at it from a long way away, though. I do know that when a quarterback goes into a slide, where he starts the slide is supposed to be where the ball's down, not where he's stopped or touched. Big loss on the play as it is the Jones defense getting into the backfield.
Oh, no. He might be hurt. He's coming up.
That was Rebel Dorian.
He's got to be hurting. I know he does.
Who was in on that tackle?
Oh, I'm not sure. I was looking at Dorian. He went down kind of weird on that. Got twisted up. 6.
I think Dom Harris might have been in there on it. Is he nose guard? Is Dom the nose guard, or do I have the number wrong? Is it Joe Colbert?
It's
Can't tell if it's 50 or 60.
yeah.
Might be Colbert.
Well, earlier on it was 70 in there, but
Long high pass caught by a Jones player on the Asen Hansen catches that one on the sideline.
look at him. He's hyped up. He's like, yes, I caught the ball.
I was hoping he was hyped up and didn't hurt his ankle because it almost looked like he stepped on a helmet when he jumped up in the air to catch that.
Oh, that scares me. Don't say that.
That's what went through my mind.
Don't
Sorry.
tell me that. That looks like 70 out there, Walker. Wyatt there at nose.
Okay. I had it
That's who
completely wrong
I said
then.
70 earlier.
Okay.
And I doubt it has changed. Renfro's still not playing.
3rd down and 15 for Little Axe. Ball at their own 29-yard line. Gregory turns around, swings the ball out to the right side. It's going to be a short gain on the play, maybe a couple of yards. Tackled inbounds, clock running, 4th down. I think that's Landon Roberts who's catching those passes out there on the far side of the field. 4th down and 13. 4th down and 12 for Little Axe. Clinton being penalized with that forfeiture we talked about during pregame at Tuttle, trailing 37-6 in the second quarter. Weatherford leading Blanchard. Ada and Fort Gibson knotted up at 20. Ardmore leading Elk City. Broken Bow leading Wagner big. Grove leading Salisaw. That's a little bit of a surprise. Grove, not because Grove is anything to scoff at, but Salisaw, pretty good football team as well. Cushing leading Hilldale, Elgin leading Bethany 21-0 in 4A. Timeout on the field once again, and we'll take a quick break during this Longhorn Cafe second quarter here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell back at Jones High School. Coming out of the timeout, it was a long pass down the field, incomplete for Little Axe. Jones will take over at the Little Axe 32-yard line with 3 minutes and 27 seconds left to play in the second quarter, leading 32-0. Hansen in shotgun, empty backfield, 3 receivers near side, 2 on the far side. Got it spread all the way out. Hansen finds an open receiver. He drops the ball. Trying to figure out who the receivers are.
It's so hard to see, and it's getting harder throughout the night as their jerseys get tucked and things like that. It's really hard to keep track of.
Yeah, Hardiman's easy to figure out because he's got the white T-shirt and the towel or something hanging there. So I've got him down, but far side of the field, I could not tell who it was that didn't hang on to that one. Hansen airs this one out, going to the end zone. It's Hunter Purvis for the touchdown. 38-0 the score now with 3:14 left on the clock. Our average drive time is still down under 30 seconds
That's
because all these are
absurd.
two play
This
drives.
film will be worthless for next week. They're going to be like, well, can't tell anything pattern-wise on offense.
Who's kicking the extra point here? Is it Rojas or Marenko? Cash Marenko in to attempt the extra point. Drew Thomas on the hold. Penalty called, going to back them up, and Marenko will be kicking from the 15-yard line now. High snap, kick, hold is down, kick is up, and it's good.
Boom.
That's the first good kick tonight for the extra point. 39-0 is the score with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left to play in the first half. We'll take another break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell back at Jones High School where the Jones Longhorns lead 39-0. Jones Nutrition bringing you this drive summary. And again, the drive summary is incomplete pass and then complete pass. Hunter Purvis, 32 yards, 13 seconds on the entire drive. And what an attempt by Jones to get down there and recover the kick, but it bounced out of bounds, which is an illegal procedure call and will result with Little Axe getting the ball in better field position.
Not too long left here in this half. 3 minutes, 14 seconds.
So Little Axe will begin this drive. See if they're going to mark this off properly. There we go. They're going to step it off. Interesting. The guy with the ball out in the middle of the field was kind of odd. The ball, what? I don't understand. Why is the ball at the 36-yard line?
What?
They did a
Steve is asking too.
5-yard penalty from where it went out of bounds instead of placing the ball. I'm confused. Okay, well, it's a first and 10 for Little Axe at 36.
All our coaches were puzzled as well.
That makes no sense at all. Dorian tackled behind the line of scrimmage, 2-yard loss on the play, backs him up to the 34-yard line. Clock still ticking. During that break, we were looking, Marlowe now leading Mount St. Mary 21-6. Sequoia Tahlequah with a big lead on Bethel 28-0. Washington leading Chisholm 19-6. Metro Christian over Hugo 21-8. Kingston rolling 35-0 over Sperry. The tight matchup in 2A1 right now is Oklahoma Christian and Lindsay 7-7 with 1 minute left in the half.
That's crazy.
Little Axe with the second down and 12. And another delay of game penalty. Second 12 becomes second and 17 for the Indians.
I noticed all the coaches looking up here laughing at the coaches box. And I'm so curious as to know what that's about.
In and out of the hands of number 14, Jaden Sampson, a senior receiver for Little Axe. He was open. Now, he didn't have a lot of running room after once he had caught the ball and turned. He wasn't going very far, but could not hang on to the ball and complete 3rd down and 17. Jones can hold here in good position to get another possession, put another score on the board before halftime. Gregory drops back, looking to pass, and that pass a little short, incomplete, 4th down and 17.
I'm trying to diversify this offense here a little bit because we're getting closer to the end of the half. So it's good to see him try a couple of new things, but nothing's quite clicking.
Yeah, the passes like that one just not on target. The play before was on target but dropped. So executing is a difficult thing for them right now. They've been hit a few times pretty hard.
I was going to say at this point too, to try to diversify is tough because you got, been hit this many times. It's high contact for your quarterback, your running back. They've been getting hit left and right. It's tough to.
And not many punts tonight by Little Axe, but they're going to get a decent punt off this time. Ooh. It's going to go on over the head of the return man, take a sideways bounce, and be downed at the 37-yard line of Jones, which is where Jones will take over with 1:53 left to play in the half. Dibble and Hennessy in 2A2 tied up 21 all. Another close game. My alma mater, Valiant, leading 6-0 over Wyandotte in 2A2. So that's another close game. Not many of those close ones out there tonight. Take a check
Top
on.
First rounds typically go.
Check on the Choctaw Yellow Jackets real quick. See if we can pull a score up for them. 1st and 10.
Ooh.
Line drive pass right to the sticks. Hanson complete to.
I think that's John Quay.
John Quay Johnson lined up out there as a receiver. 9-yard gain on the play.
So wide out at that.
Hanson drops back, swings it the other way.
So Evan.
Caught by Evan Collier, and he gets the 1st down into Little Axe territory. From the 46 to going to be right at the 45 in Little Axe. 9-yard gain. Another pass complete from Hanson. This one goes left. Gain of 8. Gain of 8 on the play.
I think that was Drew Thomas that caught that one.
Hanson in an empty backfield once again. Here's this one down the sideline.
Ooh,
wide open, man.
Man.
Wow. Beautiful pass.
Goodness. I don't think
Is
he's
that
playing
Purvis?
the second half. Yep, that was ace into Purvis.
Purvis catches that one at full speed over his shoulder.
Coach Watkins giving the fist bump to the press box up here, to the coaches.
So that was from the 37-yard line. 37-yard touchdown by Purvis. The 1:10 left. That drive took 43 seconds. And the kick is good by Cash Marenko. The score is 46-0 with 1:10 left to play in the first half. Here in this Longhorn Cafe second quarter, we'll take a break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell back at Jones High School, where the Jones Longhorns lead the Little Axe Indians 46-0. Minute 10 left to play in the first half. Here comes the kick from the Longhorns. Little Axe takes that one. Decent return across the 30-yard line.
Fighting over here.
Couple of players blocking each other well after the play is over with. No flags on the play. That last drive, our summary brought to you by Jones Nutrition. A few more plays by Jones, but it was just pass to the sideline, trying to stop the clock in case they needed the time. In the end, they didn't need the time, but passes caught by John Quaid Johnson, Evan Collier, Drew Thomas, and then finally a 37-yard pass to Hunter Purvis. 43-second drive. Drive summary brought to you by Jones Nutrition, where you can energize and fuel your day, located on Hiwassee Road.
My people.
Got 1 minute left in the Longhorn Cafe second quarter here. I'll remind you, the Longhorn Cafe is your veteran-owned hometown stop for friendly service and true home-style country cooking. They're located in Jones, a place where the coffee's hot, the plates are full, and everyone's treated like family. From breakfast to dinner, everything is made with care the way country cooking should be. Whether you're grabbing your morning favorite or sitting down with friends for a hearty meal, there's always a seat for you at the Longhorn Cafe, serving Jones with a smile, one plate at a time. Loss on the first down play by Little Axe brings up a second down and 11. I want to thank Cassandra Taylor, our producer, and Katrina Johnson, our camera operator. She's upstairs all alone, just manning the camera,
All
but
alone.
does a great job. You know, it's the camera operator job is one that I struggle with because I get to watching the game and forget to move the camera. And
I'm telling you.
I'm thankful for people like Katrina who can concentrate.
When I was in high school, my freshman year, one trainer would have to run the huddle camera. I'm telling you, I was hoping, I'd be like the football Nepo baby and never have to do that. I had to do it about twice, and it was anxiety-inducing. I do not like running the camera.
Short gain on the play makes it a 3rd down and 8. Call it a 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 now for Little Axe, right at the 35-yard line. Nine seconds left in this first half. A handoff. Cut back to the inside. Nothing happening. And unless somebody takes a timeout, that's going to be an end of the half. That's it.
Yep.
That was Rebel Dorian and didn't really get anywhere on that carry.
Nope.
We're at halftime. The score is 46-0 at halftime. The Jones Longhorns leading the Little Axe Indians. We hope you'll stay with us through the second half of this game, even though the score might be a little bit, just a little bit, lopsided. Our halftime sponsor today is Jones Family Care. Robert and staff have been open since 2010, providing primary care services to the Jones community. They provide care for chronic diseases, child well checks, and for minor acute issues with x-ray available on site and a great referral system. Walk-ins are welcome right next to Nanny's Daycare, Jones Family Care, where Longhorns go for health care.
Yeah, they do. I've been there a couple times. My brother went there one time. He had a hacky sack incident at school, so he had to go down there and get checked out.
Well, we appreciate Jones Family Care, another of our new sponsors tonight, and really appreciate them joining us, helping us bring you Jones playoff football. Again, the score is 46-0 at halftime with Jones on top of Little Axe. Let's go ahead and try to review a few more scores here. It takes just a second for the app to update where we get these scores from around the state, but let's take a look at 2A1 here if we can get an update from it real quick or real slow, whichever way it happens.
Maybe real slow.
I love it when, here we are in 2025, and you can go into a business and it's never changed. You're trying to do something, and the person that's the cashier or customer service goes, "These computers are just running so slow today." Doesn't matter what day it is; they're always slow.
Yeah.
In 2A1, we have the Metro Christian Patriots leading the Hugo Buffaloes 28-8. We have the Marlow Outlaws leading Mount St. Mary Rockets 28-6. The Sequoia Tahlequah Indians now leading the Bethel Wildcats 43-0. These are all first half scores. Oklahoma Christian put another touchdown on the board. They lead the Lindsay Leopards 14-7. The Kingston Redskins leading the Sperry Pirates 42-0. The Washington Warriors leading the Chisholm Longhorns 19-6 at halftime. And the Chandler Lions leading the Kiefer Trojans 7-0. Low scoring game there at halftime. That's your 2A1 scores. We're going to go ahead and take a break here at halftime at Jones High School. 46-0 the score here. Tessa, really appreciate you being here. And Cass and Kat. She can't hear me, but really appreciate you guys being a part of the team. Let's take a break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell back at Jones High School. It's halftime here. The Jones Longhorns lead the Little Axe Indians 46-0. This is the first round of the Class 2A1 playoffs. And we want to thank Jones Family Care for being our halftime sponsor today. I'll remind you that Jones Family Care, Robert and staff have been open since 2010, providing primary care services to the Jones community. They provide care for chronic diseases, child well checks, and for minor acute issues with X-ray available on site and a great referral system. Walk-ins are welcome right next to Nanny's Daycare. Jones Family Care, where Longhorns go for health care. So this first half, to kind of put you on the spot here a little bit, Tessa, how would you summarize what you have witnessed in the first half tonight?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say dominance in a way from Jones. You know, being able to capitalize on offense so early proves a lot of dominance. But the interesting thing is because of the pace of the game, no team has truly had much momentum. And I think you need momentum to really have dominance in a football game. So that's been the interesting part. I would say it's been a dominance on Jones's behalf, but Little Axe's kept it rather slow, and Jones is scoring quick, so I think that's almost combating some of their game plan coming into this game. So maybe dominance on Jones' behalf, slow overall.
Jones has scored on big plays, and that's come because Little Axe has not been able to stop them. I mean, it's not that Jones has had to grind out a drive at this point. The one drive where they actually felt like they were grinding one out, it was still only like 4 plays. It was 9 yards, 9 yards, 5 yards, 37 yards, you know?
Yes.
And that was right at the toward the end of the half. The Jones defense has been fairly dominant, but they've also shot themselves in the foot with some penalties. The interesting thing that I've seen in this is it's a failure to execute by Little Axe's offense, but it's also the decision by Little Axe to go for it on fourth down frequently on their side of the field and give the ball back to Jones with a short field.
Yep, it's interesting for sure, but we knew that was the case. You know, choosing to receive in the first half as Little Axe, we thought, there may be some interesting decisions being made tonight, and I get it. You kind of come in as the underdog, you're feeling like you have something to prove, or you're trying to get ahead in any way you can, and sometimes at the expense of that, you end up on the wrong side of a couple of decisions. So I understand trying to get ahead where you can. I just think it's also really harmed Little Axe in a lot of positions.
So is potentially, and I ask you this as a student of coaching, potentially it's just a decision by the coaching staff here to say, you know what, we're undermanned, we're a huge underdog for a valid reason. So all conventional decisions are out the window tonight. We're just going to go for it on everything, right?
Yeah, and that's what I would say. And I'm never going to say, a coach made, as a coach's kid, right? Especially, this is some lessons from being a student at OSU too. I'm never going to say a coach made a wrong decision, because maybe they see a matchup that they don't feel like they're going to win. Maybe they see this is the only window of opportunity that they can prove to have for themselves or be able to build for themselves, so they're trying to take it in any way that they can. So, yeah, I would just say it's a way to maybe try to build an opportunity for them to get ahead where they can. It just hasn't really hit the way that they needed it to.
So, again, Jones leading 46-0 here at halftime. And as we look at 2A1 and look at other scores from around the class as the first round of the playoffs being played in all classes tonight, Oklahoma Christian, who is the runner-up in this district with Jones, is leading the Lindsay Leopards 14-7 with 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Mount St. Mary Rockets trailing the Marlow Outlaws 28-6 at halftime, and the Chisholm Longhorns trailing the defending state champ Washington Warriors 19-6 with 9 minutes to play in the third. Chisholm hanging in there, had the lead for a while, still hanging around in that game. Other scores from around the class: Metro Christian Academy leading Hugo 42-8 at halftime. Chandler leading Kiefer 7-0 in the third. Sequoia Tahlequah, who is should be the next week's game with Jones, leading 50-0 over Bethel, and Kingston leading Sperry 42-0. The Choctaw Yellow Jackets have the lead at halftime in their game tonight against Putnam City North. The Carl Albert Titans have a lead against Duncan, a pretty comfortable lead against the Duncan Demons tonight. The Del City Eagles have the lead over Booker T. Washington, and that's expected to be a tight game, but Del City up by a couple of scores. And we're about ready to begin our Jorge's Mexican Kitchen third quarter here tonight. Jorge's Mexican Kitchen, another of our new sponsors. Really appreciate Jorge's Mexican Kitchen joining the team tonight.
Oh, my goodness. Jones is going to score.
Jones takes the kickoff from the second half and right down the field for a touchdown. I don't see any flags back on the field. Who was that man running down the field
Number
with
2.
the football?
Looks like number 2.
Derek Templeton. Derek Templeton, right down the field, the sophomore getting it done tonight. Good job, Derek.
That's what it seems like. That's what I thought. I could be wrong. Well, they're patting him on the head. It's number 2, for sure. Deductive reasoning here.
Jorge's Mexican Kitchen, the perfect place to enjoy a delicious meal with friends. At Jorge's Mexican Kitchen is proud to serve fresh, flavorful favorites the whole family will love. Veteran-owned and operated, Jorge's is a hometown spot with heart where great food and great company come together. Whether you go for tacos and a margarita or celebrating life's big moments, Jorge's Mexican Kitchen is the place to be in Jones. I think I'll eat there next week before
So
the game.
good. It's so good. It's my jam.
52-0 the score now after Jones returns the second half opening kick for a touchdown, courtesy sophomore Derek Templeton, and Cash Marinko kicks the extra point. It's good. And the score now. Did they already have it up on the board? They did not. It should be. Was the kick not good? Maybe the kick was not good.
Maybe it wasn't.
I thought they signaled it was good.
I run into.
I can't see the
wall
ball down
issues.
there.
I was going to say.
I think it's the glare off of the window. We have to have the lights on in here so you can see the clock on the scoreboard. But, okay, it's now on the scoreboard. 53-0 the score, 11:48 to play in the Jorge's Mexican Kitchen third quarter. Marinko will kick to Little Axe. .11:48 on the clock. A little bit of a breeze coming from the south toward the north. So in the face of Jones here in this third quarter. You know, we're talking about this being the week of Veterans Day and the recognition from the Oklahoma Secondary Schools Activities Association for Veterans. And our halftime sponsor was Jones Family Care. Our two new quarter sponsors, the Longhorn Cafe and Jorge's Mexican Kitchen. Those two restaurants, both veteran-owned. And as far as Jones Family Care,
Robert.
yeah,
down
Robert's daughter, Abby, a alumnus of Jones High School, and she went off into the Merchant Marines, is now a Marine officer, as a nuclear engineer.
She graduated with me and is actually one of my best friends of life, I would say. So I got to see her this summer. She came up when we had the Miss Oklahoma signing and all that, and Abby was just awesome, and she makes Jones really, really proud with everything that she's often doing, as she did with the Merchant Marines, and played basketball there at the Merchant Marine Academy, and now she's doing really cool things.
So as an Air Force veteran myself, I find that the environment and the attitude toward military service, it kind of goes through its ups and downs as culture changes and society goes. You know, political things can have effect on it, and it seems like we're kind of a high right now, and the morale and the respect for the military seems to be at one of those high points right now. And I obviously, as an Air Force vet, I find that very encouraging for our military as well as just for our nation as a whole. It's a 2nd down and 7 for Little Axe. They're at their own 22-yard line. Little Axe has run this formation a couple of times here tonight. Going to hand off, bring it back to the near side. Good run by Little Axe. Picks up a first down, one of their best plays of the night. That's number 15 carrying the ball, Esteban Calderon. First down out to the 31-yard line. Handoff again, a hole over there on the right side. And big run, still running down the field out of bounds into Jones territory. And I have to look. I believe we might have some substitutions here early in the third on the Jones defense, and that may be where some of these holes are coming from.
Number 60's in there at nose for Jones, which that would be a swap.
That's Joe Colbert, correct?
Mm-hmm. And then the rest of the numbers I can never see. I get his number whenever he's in his stance set. But
Gregory in shotgun, drops back, looking to pass, under pressure, goes to the right. Boy, he was close to the line of scrimmage, but not across it.
oh, that was Jacob Mendoza, 58 there. And on that one.
Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10.
Looks like he's also a substitute in. Jacob Mendoza is.
I believe we have Colin Alexander in the secondary out here on the side, but I wouldn't commit to the numbers always, though.
No, this is 80 out here playing corner out here.
Johnny Shaw.
Shaw.
Another nice run, breaking tackles is
Ooh.
Dorian, and he's going to get around the defense, headed toward the end zone, and just short. He's out at the 1.
Yeah, he barely missed there.
I think that Gregory thought it was a touchdown. They were doing a little celebration, but they still could celebrate a big play.
Yeah, that
And
was
it's
a big play.
1st and goal for Little Axe at the 1-yard line. We are in the red zone. Want to thank Hotella Construction for sponsoring our red zone tonight. Hotella Construction reminds you that you are the coach and your house is the team. It's time for you to call a timeout and make adjustments. Your roof provides protection like an offensive line. Your gutters clean up like a good secondary. And your siding, well, your siding should be like a stadium packed with spectators full of pride and excitement. Whatever your repair or renovation needs, Hotella Construction is locally owned and only a call away at 405-812-4236. And it is a touchdown for Little Axe as they get on the scoreboard tonight. 53-6 is the score with 9:22 left to play in the Jorge's Mexican Kitchen third quarter. Little Axe taking their time. The play clock started pretty late after the touchdown. Not surprised here, giving them time to get their kicking team out on the field and get things in place. Kick is up, and it is wide left. No good. 53-6 is the score with 9:22 left to play in the third here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett tested a rail back at Jones High School where the Jones Longhorns lead the Little Axe Indians 53-6, 9:22 left to play in this Jorge's Mexican Kitchen third quarter. Little Axe just drove down the field and scored on the Jones Longhorns, now kicking off to Jones for only the second time in the game. Gave Jones the opening kick at the start of the second half. Jones returned that one for a touchdown. That was Derek Templeton. Now a little squib kick off the hands of a Jones player, and another one jumps in there and falls on it. So it'll be Jones 1st and 10 inside their own 30-yard line with 9:17 to play in the third.
This one's rolling a bit more.
Feels like it's moving a little faster.
Yeah. Good.
Be interesting to see who we have on the field in offense for Jones. Making some substitutions on defense didn't work out too well as Little Axe was able to move the ball on down the field, but it is Cash Marinko coming in at quarterback now. Ben Williams in at tailback. Well, Ben is actually, I say that, Ben is not in at tailback. Ben is split wide left right now. I'm a little surprised, a little slot receiver. He's in motion. Flags fly, and that's going to be a penalty against the Longhorns. Marlowe now leading Mount St. Mary 35-6.
That's more of what we were expecting. All the games are kind of shifting the way we thought they might.
Oklahoma Christian has scored a couple of times now, leading Lindsay 28-7. Got things going out of the halftime locker room. Metro Christian leading Hugo 42-8. Sequoia Tahlequah leading Bethel 50-0. Washington still leading Chisholm 19-6 late in the third quarter. So that one's still a tight game. Six-yard run by Jones. .8:24 on the clock and ticking. Jones taking their time, letting the play clock tick down. Man in motion. And that pass complete to number 17. That is Ace Guthrie. Ace is wrapped up for no gain on the play.
Sorry if I laugh into the mic.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Longhorns at the 30-yard line. Remind you, our third quarter brought to you by Jorge's Mexican Kitchen, veteran owned and operated, where great food and great company come together.
Wonder if they still have the Longhorn burrito.
I don't know. I'd be interested to find out,
It's
though.
like a
Boy, that was a
foot
late pile on there by Little Axe. 4th down for Jones. 3-yard gain on the play is a 4th and 6.
But this Longhorn burrito, I remember I had it one time before a basketball game. Thank goodness I wasn't any good and didn't play because it was a foot-long burrito. And I ate the whole thing before that basketball game.
And a quick punt by Cash Marinko. It's not going to be a great one. It's going to take a Little Axe bounce and be down at the Little Axe 46-yard line where the Indians will take over possession. Not a great possession by the second string of the Longhorn offense there. And it wasn't a great showing by the second string of the Longhorn defense on that last Little Axe possession.
I'm just impressed Little Axe has a band. When my dad coached there was a couple of games my brother and we were in band at our schools. We were in middle school, and we were the band for Little Axe.
You were the band?
Yep, me, a clarinet and a trumpet. That's all you need.
There you go. Woodwind and brass, right?
Exactly, covered.
Percussion would have been nice, though. Dorian with a big run. He has the first down, still on his feet. Gang tackled by a bunch of Longhorns in Jones territory inside the 40-yard line.
only we were triplets, we would have had someone to play drums.
16-yard run by Dorian. The big left tackle out here for Little Axe. That young man's a senior. Oh, no, that's number 70. I'm sorry. He's a freshman.
Oh, my goodness, you're lying. He's going to be a force in future years.
Gain of 2 on the play for Little Axe down to the 36-yard line. Gregory swings this one out to the left side. Sidestep
Flag.
one defender. Flag comes in on the play. Receiver's Jaden Sampson.
Cass, who you waving at? Who you waving at? Trying to get your brother? Yes. This is my favorite thing. Fun fact, guys. Cass tries to wave and get her brother to see. And when he does see, it's like sunshine. It's so sweet. You know what my brother would have done if I was up here? I was on the sideline and I tried to talk to that man and he would run the other way.
The penalty was on Little Axe. Backs them up to the Jones 46-yard line. It is a second and 18 now for Little Axe. Gregory drops back. Long pass. Short.
Ooh.
He hits the receiver in the buttocks as the receiver is down on the field.
The buttocks.
Receiver fell down and the ball just came in and kind of hit him in the side of the leg. So
Say hi. You see us.
He's too focused on my other brother.
That's funny.
3rd and 18 now for Little Axe. The Jones 46-yard line.
He's locked in.
Carl Albert rolling tonight over Duncan, 38-0 in the third quarter, and Gregory's taken down. Sack coming at the hands of, is that Joe Colbert? No,
Jacob Mendoza.
Jacob
58.
Mendoza. Colbert is still standing. He's out there on the field. I just missed who it was there. So
For Colt Williams, I think, was in on that too.
brings up a 4th down now and 26, I think, for Little Axe as they are backed up into their own territory now at their own 46-yard line. Del City still leading Booker T. Washington. Well, the last update was halftime, 14-0 on that one. Gregory airing it out. He's going to overthrow his receiver down the field. Little Axe will turn it over on downs. Jones will take over at the Little Axe 46-yard line. Four minutes to play in the third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by Jorge's Mexican Kitchen. What was that meal that you mentioned at Jorge's? The burrito?
Longhorn burrito.
Imagine being named the Longhorn Burrito in Jones, Oklahoma.
And it's good too. It's a good burrito as well. I have a picture of it. Hold on. I have a picture of it. I can't show the friends at home, but I can show you.
I like pictures of good food.
I think I have a picture of it. I think I took a picture and was like, sent it to my teammates. Like, look what I ate.
Marinko in shotgun, got a man in motion going to the right side, pass to Ace Guthrie. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play. Call it a loss of 1. Guthrie's got to be frustrated, or he's caught a couple of passes now where he's been hit just immediately upon catching it right at the line of scrimmage. He has 2 receptions for -1 yards. That's the kind of thing that could cause a player to start trying to turn and go before they catch the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Marinko in shotgun. Ben Williams in motion. Hand off. No, swing pass out to the left side. And again, very short gain on the play. Gain of 1. They got that lost yard back. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for Jones. The score is 53-6 here in the third quarter. 2:53 left to play. 3rd and 10 for Jones at the Little Axe 46-yard line.
I found it.
That's a big burrito.
You know how far back in the Snapchat memories I had to just scroll? Oh, my goodness. Nothing makes you feel old like the old Snapchat memories, scrolling through them.
Marinko looking for a receiver. Airs one out down the field. He's got a man open, caught inside the 10-yard line, taken down inside the 5.
What a pass.
That was Ace Guthrie with a big reception from the 46 all the way down to the 4-yard line. 42-yard reception for Guthrie.
So that was a quarterback to another quarterback.
There you go. On the tackle for Little Axe was Leighton Andrews, a sophomore out there on coverage. Looks like we have, I believe, Evan Collier in the backfield at tailback right now. No, that is wrong.
41.
Yeah, it's 41. I'm going to quit naming names. When it doesn't make sense, there's a reason it doesn't make sense, right?
Rowdy Messer.
Rowdy Messer in there at
When
tailback.
it doesn't make sense, there's a reason. I was like, now I know him, and I know his family, and I know that might be scary to watch Evan back there. He probably would do great, but he's kind of small. You wouldn't want him to get got back there.
Incomplete pass on that last play. Now a handoff. Rowdy Messer fighting, gets
He's
back
trying.
in there, picks up a yard on the carry. 3rd and goal for the Jones Longhorns at the 3-yard line. Listen to one of the sports radio talk shows this morning, and one of the personalities was complaining about the New England Patriots uniforms last night, which I actually liked them. I liked the subdued color of them personally.
Really, I think they looked like jeans.
Marinko, touchdown, as he dances around the left side of the
There he
line
goes.
and gets in there.
There he goes. You see, I thought it looked like denim.
A little
I thought we were going
bit,
for something
yeah.
a little edgy,
I see that.
A
I see
denim,
that.
A denim Pat's uniform.
He was complaining about it and suggesting that he be hired to be a uniform consultant, and I kind of feel that way just from the number versus uniform color contrast, so that the numbers are visible.
Well, last night
in any
Kirk
lighting.
was talking about that. He said, these numbers we're not going to see tonight, so you all just need to bear with us. I love the vibrant uniforms in the NFL right now. That's
Incomplete pass on the 2-point conversion leaves the score at 59-6 with 55 seconds left to play in the Jorge's Mexican Kitchen third quarter. We're going to take a break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett and Tessa Durrell at Jones High School, where the Jones Longhorns have driven down the length of the field, scored a touchdown. 59-6 is the score late in the third quarter. And it is Jones Nutrition bringing us this drive summary. Jones Nutrition, where you can energize and fuel your day, located on Hiawassee Road. That drive took 3 minutes and 5 seconds, the longest scoring drive of the game for the Jones Longhorns. had 2 receptions by Ace Guthrie. A big play, the 42-yard reception when he got behind his defender. Also had the run by Rowdy Messer down in the red zone, and the 3-yard touchdown run by Cash Marinko as he got it in for the Jones Longhorns. 59-6 is the score, and Little Axe now takes over at their own 29-yard line. That last drive was a red zone capping drive, too, and our red zone sponsor for the playoffs is Hotella Construction. Hotella Construction's locally owned and only a call away, whether it's siding, roofing, windows, or maybe even some inside renovations. Contact Hotella Construction, 405-812-4236. Dorian getting the outside edge, battling and picking up about 4 yards. We may or may not get another playoff here in this Jorge's Mexican Kitchen third quarter. I'll remind you that Jorge's Mexican Kitchen is the perfect place to enjoy a delicious meal with friends. At Jorge's Mexican Kitchen, they are proud to serve fresh, flavorful favorites the whole family will love. Veteran-owned and operated, Jorge's is a hometown spot with heart, where great food and great company come together. Whether you go for tacos and a margarita or celebrating life's big moments, Jorge's Mexican Kitchen is the place to be in Jones. We're going to take a break on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell back at Jones High School, where the Longhorns lead the Little Axe Indians 59-6. Start of the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter brought to you by Hotella Construction. Hotella Construction reminds you that you are the coach and your house is the team. Coaches take care of teams. It's time for you to call a timeout and make adjustments. Your roof provides protection like an offensive line. Your gutters clean up like a good secondary, and your siding, well, your siding should be like a stadium packed with spectators, full of pride and excitement. Whatever your repair or renovation needs, Hotella Construction is locally owned and only a call away at 405-812-4236. 11 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the ball game. Jones with the big lead at 59-6. Little Axe on the move as they get out to their own 44-yard line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, I mean, might have had to do it over again other way as long as it was on Thursday. Only because of the better parent.
10:35 left to play. Little Axe snapping the ball. First down. It's Dorian taking the direct snap, and he is going to get a good play. He lowers his shoulders, though, and knocks a Longhorn flying backwards.
Yikes.
Second down and 9 for Little Axe. Dorian picked up 1 yard on the play. For Jones fans, you hear me say Dorian, you might be thinking I'm saying Dorian Wiley, but it's a running back with the last name Dorian for Little Axe. Pitch out to the right side, gets the edge, gets around a defender to the sideline, finally taken down by Ace Guthrie. It's number 15, Esteban Calderon, making the run, and he picks up 8 yards on the carry. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for Little Axe in Jones territory. Don't see any surprises now in any of the scores that I'm looking up. Might be some in some of the classes I'm not paying as much attention to. Haven't looked up Class A scores tonight. Chandler still leading Kiefer 15-12. That would be a 3 versus 2 upset. Wyandotte leading Valiant 14-6. That would also be a 3 versus 2 upset. OCS now leading Lindsay 42-7, so they've turned things on in the second half.
Oh my goodness. Didn't expect that. I didn't expect that.
First down for Little Axe, now down to the Jones 40-yard line. Holland Hall was trailing earlier as well. They were a 2 seed. Gregory swings that one out. Is that Calderon again, I believe. He's still fighting, gets inside the 25 for a first down. Yeah, Berry Hill, the 3 seed from District 4, leading Holland Hall, the 2 seed from District 2, 21-7 in Class 3A. I believe Perkins over Plainview is a 3-2 upset as well. Kingfisher and Lone Grove knotted up 28-28 in 3A play.
I just went through Kingfisher the other day.
Lincoln Christian final over Jay 56-0. We got some interesting movement by Little Axe out there as 2 players pirouette at the same time in the backfield. That's no other way to describe it. They clapped their hands and spun around at the same time.
Pirouette. Hit him with a pirouette.
Complete the pass, pick up a good gain on the play. It's 2nd down and 3.
What do you think that play call's called?
I don't know. It's just Swan Lake.
Swan Lake. Quick, Swan Lake, Swan Lake.
We've got some Little Axe coaches in the booth next to us. They could probably tell us what that is.
I'm
That
scared.
may just be players having fun, too.
Yeah, I would be scared to ask. I'm not going to lie. I'm okay.
6:55 left to play in the ball game. Little Axe on the move. Bouncing out to the right side, being chased down, brought down at the 10. It'll be a first and are they inside the 10? Is it a 1st and goal? Should be right at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Little Axe at the 10-yard line. This is a Hotella Construction red zone. And again, want to remind you that Hotella Construction, founded in 2010, is locally owned and only a call away at 405-812-4236. Excuse me, founded in 2013. Check my eyes. Check my eyes. Don't want to misspeak about something like that.
Check my eyes.
Gain of about 4 on the play for Little Axe. 2nd and goal from the 6. 5:50 and counting on the clock. Gregory looks right, comes back to the left, got a receiver, defended well by Jones.
Defended. Very well defended.
I thought that pass had enough height and distance it was going to get over the defender, but the defender closed that gap quickly, got up in the air and batted it down.
Yep, that was awesome.
Sadly, I can't tell you who the defender is from here.
Sadly, I couldn't either.
Mike? No, I'm not even going to try.
I don't even know.
Hand off to Dorian, headed to the end zone, and he's taken out of bounds at the 1. 5:28 on the clock and ticking. I believe it's going to be a 4th and goal at the 1 yard line for Little Axe. Here are the Little Axe coaches calling for a tush push. If only you could perfect that, and if only you had the offensive line to overpower the defensive line here, right? They might have it right now with the second string out there for Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Gregory takes the snap. He's hit, dives in, falls into the end zone for the touchdown, and the score's 59-12 with 4:49 to play in the ball game. Little Axe lining up for the 2-point conversion. And Gregory takes the snap. Going to the corner of the end zone. Overthrown. Might have been caught, but if it was, he was out of bounds. Try no good. 59-12. Well, they're high-fiving out there. I don't think it was good. What's the signal?
There's a flag.
Oh, there's a flag on the play. False start against Little Axe. So I guess with it being a false start, it should have been a dead ball, and they're going to replay the extra point attempt, it looks like. The conversion attempt. Not a declinable penalty.
I cannot see down. This wall's right in my way.
Gregory in shotgun, got a man in motion to his left, drops back, across the middle, and caught in the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 59-14 is the score. 4:49 left on the clock here in the Hotella Construction 4th quarter. We're going to take a break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Tessa Durrell back at Jones High School, where the Little Axe Indians have driven down the field and scored again here late in the ball game. 59-14 the score with Jones Longhorns on top. 4:49 left to play in this Hotella Construction 4th quarter. Onside kick attempt by Little Axe, covered up well by number 30. Is that number 30? Did I read that right? Mars Morales? Mm-hmm. Good job, Mars, getting in there and catching that ball. It took a high hop, nice hop by Little Axe. Kicker executed it well.
It was actually a pretty good bounce.
Another tight game in 2A2. The Valiant Bulldogs have scored again. So that one, a 2-point ball game with about half of the 4th quarter left against Wyandotte. 14-12 the score. That's the only close game in 2A2, it looks like. Marenko and shotgun, Ben Williams. I don't know if he was getting a play call from the coach or just trying to figure out.
No, Coach Haynes ain't happy. Something's not working. the way it's supposed to.
Williams takes a little side step, comes back up the middle, not getting much of anywhere, 1 yard gain on the play.
This is a good bit of experience for these younger guys, too, to get to play here, just in case you ever need them as you run into the deeper rounds of the playoffs. It's good that they're getting experience now.
Marenko takes the snap, hands off to Ben Williams, bounces to the outside, pushes the defender backwards. A flag comes in late on the play. Ben Williams lowered his head and just pushed Jose Baror backwards about 5 yards.
Yeah, I'm curious what the flag is.
I assume we're going to have a hold out here on this side somewhere, and it would have been a very unnecessary one since Williams cut back to the inside. There we go. We're going to mark it off from the spot of the foul, not the line of scrimmage. I have noticed a lot of officiating crews marking off holding calls from the line of scrimmage this year, and I've not understood that. Sometimes the hold happens at the line of scrimmage, but definitely not
All the time.
in some of those cases that I've seen. Del City leading Booker T. Washington 14-7 with 7 minutes left in the game. And Guthrie has tied it up with Bishop McGuinness, 35-35.
way.
And the game is at Guthrie. I was wrong.
Oh, okay.
It's at Guthrie.
Okay. Maybe they were packing trailers then when I drove by Bishop McGuinness today.
Marenko hands this one off. No, keeps it. Heads to the right side.
Cash. Attaboy,
And
Cash.
picks up. Well, that was a second down and 17. He's going to pick up 11 on the play. Third down and 6 now for Jones at their own 49-yard line. Two receivers each side of the field. Williams in the backfield with Marenko. Takes the shotgun snap. Williams is hit in the backfield. Boy, and nobody blocked on the offensive line then. And a flag's going to come in late as the official is staring down at a Little Axe player. That doesn't mean it's on Little Axe,
I'm going to assume.
but might expect that one.
That's between him and Luke Wilkinson down there.
Looks like they're about to, well, not sure yet. We'll see what happens here. 2:32 left to play in the ball game. We are in the Hotel of Construction fourth quarter here. And it looks like they're going to mark it off against Little Axe just from the appearance of it right now, but haven't seen a signal yet. Now, he signaled personal foul. What I would have expected that to be based on what transpired would have been an unsportsmanlike conduct, which are not the same thing. That gets it all, the 15-yard penalty takes it all the way down to the Little Axe 39. And we actually have victory formation at 2:20 left in the ball game. I'm always nervous when I see shotgun victory formation. Like a bad snap. Oh, it can be so terrible, right?
Oh, my gosh. This is getting hostile for being in victory.
Yeah, young guys out there trying, right? Number 31. Oh, he's a senior. He's not a young guy. Gene Kernan.
Got the young guys out there. Oops.
It's his last game. He wants to make something happen
It's
at the
hard.
end.
I'm telling you. Your last high school football game hurts. It's not fun.
And you're down by 45. You got a lump in your throat knowing this is the end.
I'll never forget my senior year. That was not fun.
Victory formation once again is going to make it third down. A minute 20 left on the clock. here in the Hotella Construction fourth quarter. Again, reminding you that you are the coach and your house is the team, and it's time for you to call a timeout and make adjustments. Take care of your house. Your roof provides protection like a good offensive line. Your gutters clean up like a good secondary, and your siding should be something that catches everyone's attention. It's like a stadium packed with spectators full of pride and excitement. Whatever your repair and renovation needs, Hotella Construction is locally owned and only a call away. 405-812-4236.
Wow,
I'm
poetry.
using Hotella Construction right now at my house.
Really?
We had a lightning strike not too long ago at our house.
Oh, yeah, you told me this.
Yeah, I've got some things that need repaired. I have sprinkler system damage, garage door opener damage. I have well pump damage. I have roof damage. I
brutal.
have soffit damage and things like that. And Hotella Construction is doing a great job taking care of all of it for me.
I haven't reached that point of adulthood to where I have to deal with any of that yet, so it's pretty epic.
59-14 is our final tonight. The clock's still ticking, but the teams are already shaking hands at midfield. Congratulations to the Little Axe Indians on their season, earning that fourth place spot in their district and making it to the Class 2A1 playoffs, tough district that they played in. And congratulations to the Jones Longhorns, undefeated, 11-0 on the season, advancing to the next round. They will host next Friday night right here the Sequoia Tahlequah Indians in the quarterfinals of the Class 2A1 playoffs. That's going to be an exciting night. Are you looking forward to it, Cass? Yeah, thumbs up from Cass here as she is looking forward to it. I know Kat upstairs is looking forward to doing another game, and you're not going to be able to be with us next week.
No, I'm going to be in New York City at Miss America's homecoming celebration, so I'm a little tied up with that, and I'll be listening. I promise I'll be listening.
Well, we'll try to give you a shout out, and we will miss you next week.
Yeah.
Your knowledge of this team is invaluable, and really appreciate everything that you've picked up and garnered from being a fan, a student, and an observer of your dad, too.
Yep.
Over the years. So really impressed with the program here, the school, and the performance tonight. And like you said, it never felt like one of those games where this team's just dominating the other one and beating them down the field, you know, because it was short field, 40 yards, run it 10 yards, scoring a big play over the top, and they never really just had to beat them down with a hard running game or anything, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But they're very capable of doing that. We didn't see a lot of John Quay Johnson or Jose Taylor tonight. When they did run the ball, it was effective, but we saw a lot of the arm of Asen Hansen tonight, and we saw a lot from Carlos Hardiman and Hunter Purvis and a few other receivers out there on the field tonight. Ace Guthrie late with the big catch, and then Cash Marinko running in the final touchdown of the night. We want to thank all of our sponsors, including our new ones who have joined us to make the broadcast possible. Bank First, a sponsor, has been with us all season. Bell Bonds by Tamara, Jones Nutrition, now adding Hotella Construction, Jones Family Care, Elemental Insulation has been with us for a while, and we've added Longhorn Cafe and Jorge's Mexican Kitchen. I've tried out Longhorn Cafe already and intend to try out Jorge's next week, and looking forward to that. So thank
Longhorn burrito.
Longhorn burrito. Well, I'll have to be careful. I can't have dairy. So
see, that's got cheese on it and everything. That's a nightmare if you can't have dairy.
yeah,
Don't do it.
I'll have to be
Don't do
careful. But I want to thank you, our audience, for being with us tonight. Congratulations. 59-14. The Jones Longhorns get it done in the first round of the playoffs, defeating the Little Axe Indians. And we're going to go ahead and call it quits here tonight, get wrapped up, and go spend some celebratory time with the team, right?
Yep. I'm going to go see my dad, see what he thought, take notes, and go on my way.
Well, if you get anything interesting that would be useful for next week's broadcast, send me a text, share it with me.
Deal.
All right. And thank you to Cassandra Taylor and Katrina Johnson, our producer and our camera operator. And Tessa, thank you again for providing commentary during the game. Yeah. Well, we're going to wrap it up on the Oklahoma Sports Network.